Hey there, movie fans. Welcome to the Blues of November 2021. Most of the movies that I picked up in November are American Westerns, and I'd like to give a shout out to a channel that is dedicated to the American Western, and it's called A Word on Westerns. It is hosted by Rob Word, and it has some great contents like interviews and even feature-length films, mainly classic westerns. So if you're a western fan, you definitely want to check this channel out and subscribe to A Word on Westerns. The link is in the description below. Okay, let me show you the first title that I purchased in November, and that is Nobody. Another John Wick ripoff, if I may call it that. And there's been quite a few lately. The most recent one that I have seen is Gunpowder Milkshake, and it bored the crap out of me. And that is the problem that I have with these John Wick ripoffs. You know, they're getting boring. But I did enjoy Nobody. And maybe that's because it's from the same team behind the John Wick franchise. You want to make a John Wick style action movie, hire the same team. Anyway, Bob Odenkirk was great. He's the one who came up with the idea himself, you know, after burglars broke into his home twice. And by the way, thank God he's doing okay. You know, he had a minor heart attack on the set of Better Call Saul, but he's doing fine. Christopher Lloyd is fantastic as Odenkirk's father. Yeah, really enjoyed it, and I would definitely love to see a sequel, as long as the same team is involved, of course. But yep, Nobody. And here is Free Hand for a Tough Cop, put out by Fractured Visions. This is also known as The Numbskull and the Cop. This is the first of 5 films where Tomas Milian plays a character named Moneza. I haven't seen the film yet. You know, I recently received this set, so can't tell you anything about it, I'm afraid, so I'm just gonna show you this wonderful release from Fractured Visions. There's a lot of extras, as you can see here. And there's the alternate cover art with the Italian title. And inside you have some lobby cards here. Here's Henry Silva playing the bad guy. Yeah, and of course you got the booklet. There's a little artwork on the inside there of Tomas Milian. There's the director Umberto Lenzi. Yeah, really looking forward to check this film out. Yep, that is it. Yeah, again, sorry for not saying much about the film. I really need to check it out very soon. But anyway, it's a wonderful release from Fractured Visions, and I'm very much looking forward to see what else they're going to release in the future. Moving on to some indicator blues, and the first title is Midway. I used to have the German Blu-ray, but I replaced it with this one because this has the extended television version, alternate two-part TV version. One is 101 minutes and the other is 92 minutes. The rarely seen extended TV cut containing unique scenes reframed to 4:3 and presented in standard definition as originally broadcast. So yeah, I did not know there was this extended television version, but here's the other artwork, by the way. But I've chosen this one because I really like this Japanese, poster art, which looks very nice. And of course you got the booklet here with Charlton Heston, and here's Henry Fonda, and a lot more great actors: Robert Mitchum, Glenn Ford, Robert Wagner, James Coburn, Hal Holbrook, great actor. Toshio Mifune, excuse me. Yeah, that truly is an amazing cast right there. Good. The Battle of Midway. This is a short film that John Ford made, which is also on this Blu-ray. Yeah, very nice release from Indicator. And here's another one with Charlton Heston, Grey Lady Down. This is a terrific disaster movie. And like all disaster movies from the 1970s, this has an all-star cast. Heston, Carradine, Keach. Who else is in there? Ned Beatty, Ronnie Cox, Stephen McHattie. Also with Dorian Haywood and Christopher Reeve in his first movie role, by the way. And about half a year later, Superman came out, which made him a household name. Anyway, let's take a look at the booklet. Oh, but here's the other artwork. But I kind of prefer this one. This looks pretty cool. That is David Green, I believe, the director. Is it? Yeah, David Green. Oh, sorry for the glare, by the way. Ronnie Cox, we all know him better as the bad guy from RoboCop and Total Recall. Charlton Heston. Here's Ronnie Cox again. I actually read an interview with Ronnie Cox where, before RoboCop, he always played these nice guys characters, and then Paul Verhoeven cast him as the bad guy, and he really loved playing the bad guy. He was waiting for somebody to cast him as a bad guy, so he was very happy with that. The next one is McCarter, with Gregory Peck as the legendary General Douglas McCarter. They started working on this film right after the success of Patton with George C. Scott, but it took 6 or 7 years before it finally came out. Patton was a brilliant movie. Oh, it still is a brilliant movie, by the way. This one, not so much. I mean, it's quite decent, and Peck is excellent, but it's not Patton. But here is the other artwork, as you can see. But I kind of prefer this one. This looks a lot better. at one point, Steven Spielberg was attached as a director, which isn't that surprising considering that Richard D. Zanuck and David Brown are the producers, and they're the ones who gave Spielberg his big break, with the Sugarland Express and especially Jaws. But it ended up being directed by this man, Joseph Sargent, who made some good films early in his career. Like White Lightning with Burt Reynolds, and the original version of The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. And later in his career, he made some not so good films, like Jaws: The Revenge. But yeah, anyway, very nice set. McCarter. And the last one is Hellfighters with John Wayne, Catherine Ross, Jim Hutton, Vera Miles. That was okay. The firefight scenes are spectacular and definitely the highlights of the movie. Here's the other artwork, by the way. But I kind of prefer this one. I like this one better for some reason. Yes, here's a look at the booklet. There's the Duke with Catherine Ross, or I could also call her Mrs. Sam Elliott. They has been married for a long time, I believe. This is J.C. Flippen, by the way, wonderful actor, who worked with John Wayne a couple of times before, and he was in countless of westerns, including Cat Ballou with Jane Fonda and Lee Marvin. And it was on the set of that movie where he caught an infection on his leg, which had to be amputated, and he was in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Hence the reason why he is in a wheelchair in this movie, Hellfighters. But yep. Next is the Audi Murphy collection. For those who doesn't know who Audi Murphy was, he was a war hero who became a movie star. I believe he was the most decorated American soldier in history, if I'm correct. But he's mostly popular in westerns, and this set contains 3 of his westerns. And they are No Name on the Bullet, in which Murphy plays a hired killer who comes into town and makes the townspeople very nervous because they don't know who he's coming for. Ride a Crooked Trail. Murphy plays an outlaw who's mistaken for a U.S. Marshal, also starring Walter Matthau, who steals the show in every movie he's in, really. This one included. And here is an early Don Siegel title, The Duel at Silver Creek. He plays the sheriff's deputy with vengeance on his mind. But these are 3 fine American westerns, and it would be nice if Kino Lorber is going to do a series of these, Audi Murphy collection Blu-rays. That would be very nice indeed. Speaking of Kino Lorber, I also grabbed Western Classics. Oh, wait a minute, hang on. I need to begin with this one first. Western Classics 1 and Western Classics 2. Yes, these are very nice, very nice. So here is The Virginian with Joe McCrea and Brian Donlevy. When the Daltons Rode with Randall Scott, again Brian Donlevy and brother Crawford. Whispering Smith with Shane himself, Alan Ladd. There was a Whispering Smith TV series in the early 60s without Alan Ladd, but with Audie Murphy. These are all westerns from the 1940s. And the second box set contains westerns from the 1950s. So you have Gun for a Coward with Fred McMurray, Jeffrey Hunter, and Dean Stockwell, who recently passed away. Pillars of the Sky, Jeff Chandler, Dorothy Malone, Ward Bond, Lee Marvin. There he is right there. This is a Calvary Western. And this is The Redhead from Wyoming with Maureen O'Hara. Yeah, these are not among the best westerns ever made, but they're solid. They're solid, entertaining films, and I really hope that again, with the Audie Murphy collection, they're going to do a series of box sets like this. That would be very nice. And we remain in the Old West with the Randall Scott collection, 12 classic westerns, including these 5 titles from the Ranown Cycle. And if you don't know what that is, I will put a link below of an article that will explain what the Ranown Cycle is. I already have these films. I have the 5 Tall Tales box set from Indicator, and I have this DVD set, the films of Bud Bedecker. I'm keeping this because it contains a feature-length documentary about Bud Bedecker, which is not on any other releases. I got this mainly for the other westerns, on Lawless Street and these titles right there. But this is great, absolutely great, put out by Mill Creek, who made a deal with Columbia Pictures to release this film. So the transfer of these films looks really good because they come from the Columbia vault. But there's a little booklet that I'll show you in a minute. As you can see, it's got 2 films on 1 disc. So this is the Desperados and the Nevadan, Santa Fe and Man in the Saddle, Hangman's Knot and The Stranger Were a Gun, A Lawless Street, The Tall T, Decision at Sundown, Buchanan Rides Alone, and the last one is Ride Lonesome and Comanche Station. And take a look at the movie guide here. And of course you got the movies here. Yeah, these are fun films. Really fun films. I really enjoy Randall Scott's westerns. There's some extras, including a short documentary, Randy Rides Alone. And here's a little trivia. You can see Ride Lonesome is the first movie with future star James Coburn, and Comanche Station is Clint Eastwood's favorite of the Scott Bedecker films. Okay. Yeah, this is absolutely wonderful. Really wonderful. What Mill Creek had done. Yeah. Very nice. The Randall Scott Collection. Next is, without a doubt, one of the greatest westerns ever made, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Now, the transfer on this Blu-ray is disappointing, to say the least. A new restoration would be most welcome, but with Disney being in charge of the 20th Century Fox films, I don't see that happening anytime soon, unless of course they make a deal with another company like the Criterion Collection, for example. I would love to see Butch and Sundance getting the Criterion treatment. I believe they also show the film on their streaming service, the Criterion channel. But while watching this Blu-ray, I kind of forget about the poor picture quality, because it's such a phenomenal film with, in my opinion, the greatest on-screen duo in cinema history, Paul Newman and Robert Redford. Excellently crafted by George Roy Hill and brilliantly written by William Goldman, who was paid $400,000 for his script, which was the highest amount of money that was ever given to a screenwriter at the time. But yeah, I really hope that this is getting a new restored, maybe even 4K Blu-ray. That would be even more welcome, of course. So yeah, fingers crossed for that. Butch and Sundance. And here we have Johnny Guitar by the great Nicholas Ray. This is a magnificent film and a personal favorite of many directors, including Martin Scorsese, Francois Truffaut, Sergio Leone. Leone used this film as a template for Once Upon a Time in the West. And oh, by the way, here's a quote from Scorsese: "There is really no other film quite like it." Yeah, what a great set from Eureka with there we go. It's a little stuck in there. Here's the Blu-ray. You see Joan Crawford there with Sterling Hayden in the title role of Johnny Guitar. They're also on the disc, by the way. This is basically Joan Crawford's show, but it's Mercedes McCambridge who steals it, as a nasty, hateful, obsessive woman who wants Vienna, Crawford's character, dead no matter what. And there was a feud going on between the two women, both on and off screen. You can read more about it in the in a booklet here, or in the video essay excuse me, that is on the Blu-ray. But you can also check it out on IMDb, for example. But Crawford had feuds with almost everyone she ever worked with. The most famous one, of course, is with Bette Davis. But anyway, this is yeah, like I said, a magnificent film. Perhaps the best film that Crawford had made, in my opinion. And There's a little essay about women in westerns, by the way. Jane Got a Gun. I've seen that some time ago. It was alright. It was alright. Not exactly the kind of film that I would buy, or at least not the kind of film that I would watch again. And here is Nicholas Ray himself. Terrific director. But yeah, this is quite a beautiful set from Eureka. And it's definitely an edition that Johnny Guitar deserves. Yeah, very nice. Johnny Guitar. And that is it for my November update. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.